pictures, any of that.
Well,
and that would have given you a purpose.
You know why I'm doing this?
Because you went to, because Christianity has brainwashed you into these beliefs.
Not Christian. Well,
the only thing, like when you were in a place where you didn't think you were worth everything, you went and this is what gave you your purpose. You needed a purpose, and this was the first thing you got. And so you just ran with it, and you were like, "This has to be my purpose. I have a divine purpose, and I need to fill it." But like, there are so many other things you could have done, and it feels to me like this is the thing you clinged on to because you needed something to cling on to, and you could be doing so many other things.
Oh, I do other things too. It's not all I do.
Where'd you get this picture? You do those other things. But
you can look at the website on the bottom, freethestates.org.
Yeah, I did.
Does this make the world
where'd you get the picture?
Does this make you happy?
It's abortionno.org.
Yeah, but where'd you get the picture?
I just answered your question. Does it make me happy?
Like, no. Where did you get the picture? Sorry,
I told you.
This is fake. So where did you get the picture?
You say it's fake?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll leave it up to you to prove that then, if you can. No one to date has proven it.
Can you prove that it's real?
Yeah, abortionno.org.
Okay, you just give me the website where it came from. Can you tell me why this is real?
Because it's a murdered baby.
How do you know that?
I'm trying to answer your question.
Okay.
And I want to come back to what you're saying there, because Christians would find these images years ago when they had access to it, and dumpsters, trash cans, behind the abortion mills, inside the hospitals. They take pictures of them and distribute them so that people could see what was happening to little children.
Can that very easily be a cherry-picked example, or could this have been like? Do you know the history of this fetus? Like,
yeah.
This one specifically no, but other ones yes.
It seems like.
But that's how many of them were found through dumpsters.
Oh, how many?
How many what?
Yeah, how many were found?
In some cases, hundreds, thousands.
Some cases, hundreds.
Yeah, you can
Which
look.
cases were those?
You can look them up yourself. I've looked them up.
No, I don't want that. I want you to tell me.
You want specific information and everything?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you're out here. Prove it.
Okay. Well, that's why I'm giving you the information.
Okay. So
I'm saying there were cases where they found them in behind the building, the abortion mill.
Which cases?
Well, look it up. I can't give you the exact.
Well, see, but that's not really
right. So you can't give me it.
I mean,
I am giving it to you, but you're rejecting
No,
it.
you're not.
It's not really right to like stand out here and like talk.
I don't know
You're
this.
shaking, buddy.
I don't know this.
You're shaking.
Can you close your mouth for a second so I can answer your question?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, let's go back to you.
No, I don't want to go back to him. I want you to tell me.
I already told you. You rejected. You rejected. You support baby murder, sir?
Did you see his van? He has a van parked down at Pizza 50.
Oh yeah, I see the
pictures.
Yeah, you don't want to hear it. Go ahead. I'm gonna talk to someone's reasonable. Go ahead.
Are you reasonable?
No, you're not. Go ahead.
No?
I'll answer.
That's on camera.
Go ahead.
So really, my point for all of this is that I get it. I understand how this happened. It's happened to many people before. And
what's that?
This whole finding God and going through all of this when before you were just happy as you were. And you could, I get it, right? You wanted a purpose. You wanted something you could do.
Your KD on COD was probably trash.
But you can let him talk because you're not reasonable. You've never grown up. Let me talk to this guy.
This whole thing is a consequence of what one very specific group of people who have very specific agendas want you to do. This is a very specific.
No, it's what I need to do.
Okay,
in a culture
why
that's.
Do you need to do it? Who told you need to do it?
The Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit compels me to do
You
it.
say it's the Holy Spirit, but who really is the Holy Spirit? Who really?
Holy Spirit lives inside of me.
Okay, but who told
That's
you?
hot.
Right? Like if you keep going back, you're just going to go back to these Christian churches, these Christian churches, these Christian.
I found out
this Christian.
To clarify, the churches I was going to at that time said nothing about this. It wasn't that.
It was a pipeline. It starts with Christianity and your beliefs.
Well, American Christianity doesn't really do much about this. It's.
Christianity at all doesn't mention even a little bit about abortion.
Well, true Christian. Actually, there is. I've addressed that earlier, but to answer. I'm trying to talk to this gentleman because you're not reasonable. You might be.
I'm not reasonable.
No, he's not.
Okay.
So
I asked you what
to answer your question.
This guy's room temperature IQ. I mean, honestly.
But to answer your.
Let me talk.
Yeah, he's reasonable. Let reasonable people talk.
I'm tired of being reasonable with fuckheads like you.
Yeah, you should have showed your IQ, sir. So to answer your question.
You're filming this. Please put this somewhere.
Oh, it's on Facebook Live. Yeah, you can look at it.
How many views do you have right now?
I don't know. It's too sunny. I can't even see the screen. But
probably him and someone else.
But I did it because I realized babies are being mass murdered, and I have a duty as a Christian.
That was because of a radio.
Well, hold on. Just listen. So it's because I found out about it. I didn't know about it before. The churches I went to never talked about it. Period. So I found out about it, and I realized I got to do something about this. I have to stand up and go out there and try to rescue these children from being murdered.
But you found out about it by them saying it. They murdered the kids. That's what they said, right? They said it on the show.
I don't know the exact. I don't recall. That was many years ago. I don't recall the exact language. But they told me about it.
So if they said it like that, they clearly have a goal in mind. They want you to think that that's what it is. They don't want you to think about the nuance of the situation. They don't want you to think about why it's happening. They just want you to think, oh no, this bad thing is happening. I must do something, and I must vote conservative to stop it from happening. That's what this is.
Oh, conservative, yeah, doesn't do it.
This is just about power. They want power, and they want you to believe it's their dogma, so that you will do what they want you to.
Well, I could have rejected it. A lot of people do reject it.
And
you know how many people listen to what I listen to and have done nothing whatsoever their whole lives?
But my point is, like, they also want to make you believe that you came to these conclusions yourself. That's the whole point.
Oh, I did. At that time, I had no one encouraging me in any of this. I was going off what I heard, and no Christians, no pastors, nothing would tell me what to do.
Information is the point. They want to limit what information you have, so you'll only latch onto.
Oh, I was watching CNN too.
And then when you have other information.
I was watching CNN. I was watching the godless media. I mean, I had different sources at my disposal.
That's a fair point, but like at the end of the day, I think you can do better. I know you can do better. You are capable of doing better. You can do better. You can do things that really help people that are unambiguous, right? Like, this is a really controversial subject. A lot of people are going to hate you for it.
That's okay.
Why not, help with the homeless, or help with maybe help with people with children that don't have parents or that have.
Well, that's what I'm doing. They don't have, these children have parents.
But like.
Well, let me answer. Let me answer your question with that. So, I have helped with the homeless before.
How?
But hold on, just stop. Just listen. But how many people on this campus would oppose helping the homeless? Probably nobody. How many people on this campus support murdering babies? A lot. I've already been told this is a liberal campus, and I already knew that. But so I'm going to do more to help the homeless, not because I'm a good person, because of what Jesus Christ has done in me. But I need to do something about homeless people and people who are suicidal, people who are hungry, need jobs. There's a lot of people already helping them. But who's helping these children? Hardly anybody. Even the Christians don't. Most of them don't do anything. So that's. Hold on. Professor. But we need to look. I look at the priorities. Who has the greatest need in this culture? And one of the two greatest needs I see are that.
It's for people like you to shut the fuck up.
Well, you figure to walk away if you want. Go and hear it. The two greatest needs in this culture are that people are dying and going to hell. They need the gospel, and thousands of children are being mass murdered, and most people don't care about their murders. Most people support it. They're apathetic. Most professing Christians don't do anything about it. So I realize this is what I need to spend much of my time on, because so many people, even on the college campuses and around the culture, support murdering them. They don't care. So I see the greatest need there.
Buddy,
otherwise, she wouldn't respond like that.
Do you think that it is possible that there is a situation where either the pregnant mother dies or the child dies? Do you think that that's possible?
Oh yeah, throughout history, pregnant moms have died giving childbirth.
Okay.
Yeah, that happens.
And so that's fine for them to make the choice for them to die, but not for them to live.
No, it's not.
Well, but would you rather the child be murdered?
The child's not being murdered.
Abortion
is healthcare. You know nothing.
You're saying, well,
literally don't know.
You're saying this is healthcare
at all.
You're saying this is healthcare.
You have not proved this is real.
And you can't prove it's fake.
Zero idea.
Did you look it up, sir?
Okay.
Oh, by the way, the book I gave you earlier, Troy Newman, The Blood Cries Out. That's one book that I know some of the sources. So.
Okay, how do you think that the majority of abortions are administered? How do you think that that's
actually most of them are through the birth control pill.
Discourse is the safe. Okay, hold on. So we're against.
Okay. No. Wait. Your website says it begins at conception. So
what website?
How is
Which
that
one?
Baby murder?
Which one?
That one right there.
Okay. Because I've given you one or two.
Which stall? Come on.
I am coming on. You need to do a better job of listening. You need to listen. You need to do a better job of listening, so you're a horrible listener. Horrible listener.
So unfortunate.
It is unfortunate.
Can you tell me again how that's real?
I told you. You don't want the evidence. You just want to support baby murder.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Are you a little more reasonable than he is?
What?
I mean, I'll answer your questions, but I'm not going to be unreasonable and
Look, you can't answer the question.
I already answered your question multiple times. You don't want the answer. You want to support baby murder.
You can't. Okay, I just said that your website says that it begins at conception. You just said that the majority of baby murders occur with the birth control pill.
Yeah, that's true.
Tell me how that makes sense.
Yeah, the babies are murdered either like right after conception. About that time and after.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, it is. The baby dies before he's able to implant to the urinary wall.
What? No,
that's not how birth control works.
Yeah, it is. Look at the back of the Plan B pill. Yeah.
So wrong to sit up here and preach to other people about things
you're
that
thinking
you don't know about.
I know.
Of the morning after pill.
Yeah,
the Plan B.
The chance?
Plan B.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were wrong.
I already said Plan B.
No.
You were so busy. You were so busy talking you wouldn't hear.
Go watch it.
I said Plan B is birth control. Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
What?
No, it's not.
You don't want to get brought to your baby, so you murder your baby.
Also, the morning after pill, still, there is no conception. You understand that, right? It blocks conception.
Yeah, and that's evil too.
How? But it's not baby murder, right?
Yeah,
So were you wrong again?
Okay.
It's wrong to murder a baby or trying to deny the child his life.
Every month a woman has a period.
Man, what are they teaching on this campus? What are they teaching?
Every month.
No. It's murder after the...
Computer science, dog.
What's that?
I said computer science.
Computer science what?
Yeah, it has fucking nothing to do with this. Do you think that
Can you talk without cursing? I mean, can you do it?
No, I think I'll do whatever the fuck I want because I can say whatever the fuck I want.
This is a college campus. This is how liberals reason.
Liberals reason by...
Yeah, actually I did. And they didn't... Their way of arguing was that middle finger, F-bomb after F-bomb after F-bomb. You're a nutcase when they don't listen to your arguments. They interrupt you every 5 seconds. That's what it looks like. I'm not saying this is all of you. Some of you are respectful, but
Are you respectful?
Well, have I cursed at you? Have I cut you off?
I don't consider swearing to be. I don't give a fuck if you swear.
Actually, no.
This actually shows your lack of intelligence.
You just told a woman who had to have an abortion.
Murder her baby? No.
Going to die.
Yeah.
That she had a moral obligation to feel that.
I asked her, did you murder your baby? She admitted she murdered 4 of them. Yeah.
Because she was going to die. If someone
I believe that. Yeah. I got to murder a baby because I'm going to die. I'm going to be.
Again, but that was what I was trying to contest.
You were very reasonable earlier. Unlike this guy here.
Because I want to reach a conclusion.
Yeah.
You're not. The thing is, you're not going to reach a conclusion.
Well, okay, I understand.
Well, they're reasonable. They're actually listening. Not they're a hissy fit like you.
I
don't want to be extreme on either side. It's just talk.
Oh, I'm very
and then you go.
I have no problem
against murder.
That's what I'm saying. But well, I mean, but you have to. What I'm saying is, the fact that you have no exceptions is that's what
bothers me as well.
Because again, you could make this argument if you had some exceptions.
That is a Christian position.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not a Christian position.
Yeah, it is.
Because the Bible says nothing about abortion at any point.
It does. I can give you arguments if you listen.
Pull up right now.
Which verse?
No, I'm saying, but does the Bible clarify for exceptions? Is what I'm saying.
What's that?
Does the Bible clarify for exceptions?
For murder, no.
So and then
again,
how's that?
Okay, if you'll listen, I'll tell you.
God is fair, right?
God is just. God is just. Yeah.
So how is it justified that a woman doesn't have the right as well, or the man?
Well, it's not very fair to the baby being murdered, is it? We won't talk about fairness?
On the definition of a baby.
Of a baby. That's the thing.
Well, the Bible doesn't. Like Christianity doesn't.
No, but the Bible
Christianity has affirmed. Christianity has interpreted for hundreds of years that it's murder from the moment of fertilization until natural death.
What verse does it say that?
Okay, well, will you listen if I tell you?
Yes.
Okay, you gotta listen. You can't just cut me off.
Tell me the verse.
You don't even have to look up the Bible. It's in the Bible and the law of God written on your heart. The 6th commandment: you shall not murder. That applies.
Where in the Bible does it say this? Give me a verse.
Okay, Exodus chapter 20, Deuteronomy chapter 20, Deuteronomy chapter 5, both those places. The law of God's right there.
The law of God, or are we talking about abortion?
That's what I'm talking about. The law of God says you shall not murder, the 6th commandment.
Okay.
You wanted to answer, I gave you an answer, whether you rejected it or not.
You shall not murder.
Yeah.
I agree. But murder constitutes the ending of someone's life, an existing life, not the possibility of life.
So where does life
But
begin?
murdering is what he's
I've already answered that. The moment of fertilization.
I agree. Okay, I agree with you that a zygote is a cell and it's alive. So is your sperm. So is the egg.
Okay, but if
Not before fertilization. it's not a human being yet until fertilization takes place.
What sets us apart as humans, religiously speaking, spiritually as well, is that we have a soul.
Yeah.
We have a soul, and I think it is important to distinguish between a zygote, which is single-celled and does not have a soul, and a baby, for example, within the second trimester. For example, this would have had a soul, brainwaves, heartbeat, etc. So I would agree that in the second trimester at 20 weeks, 240 days, you would be dealing with a murder of sorts. But prior to that, I don't believe that you could say from conception to 130 days. That's a large stretch of time to where this baby is not really a baby. It's not really, it doesn't have a soul. You can't spiritually.
Do you know that for sure?
Yeah, it's going to be really hard.
You know that for sure?
That's a hard argument to make. But wouldn't you agree, even with that if the mother's life was in danger, it is okay to terminate that pregnancy?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, he just condemned someone that drove.
I know.
Oh, I didn't condemn her at all. I asked her if she murdered a baby.
That is so morally.
It's so horrible. You support baby murder.
It's a hard argument.
What standard do you have to say that?
It's hard to make an argument that you're saying whenever it has a soul, because we can't prove when something has a soul.
No, I'm arguing on a religious basis, but biologically you also can affirm that it is more living than something prior to that. I mean, brainwaves, heartbeat, those are two things that are everywhere. And breath, lungs.
I had a class.
Those are
mostly brain. I mean, because when is somebody pronounced clinically dead?
Yeah, that's
when they're brain dead.
Right. Yeah. So
which is why brainwaves are important. Brainwaves develop later. Not heartbeat develops early, but brainwaves develop later. What I'm saying is.
Okay. Yeah. You have a question back there.
Yeah. That's a really high quality sign. Where did you get that made?
The website on the bottom.
Website at the bottom.
Yeah.
It looks a little three-dimensional.
Hold on. What's that?
Like you didn't print that though. Like you paid someone to print that.
Someone else printed it. Yeah, I didn't print it. Yeah. So what?
Like who printed it?
on the bottom. It gives you where they made it.
So, like,
those who made it.
That's not your website.
It's. You mean my personal website?
Yeah.
No, I don't own it. It's Christians that made the.
Free the States is the website.
Yeah, where you can find this. That's not the only website, but.
Gotcha. I mean,
yeah. Dude.
Also, can you define the word abolition?
Thank you for asking that question. Okay, I'm gonna answer this even if people are screaming or yelling or whatnot or cutting me off. Yeah, abolition simply means that you seek to remove evils from society. That's all it means. So in chattel slavery, you had abolitionists who were seeking the removal of chattel slavery from society, and not just chattel slavery or the baby murder, but all evils from society. What's that?
Yeah, he's iffy on adults.
That doesn't mean that it's going to go away. That doesn't mean it's going to go away completely. Meaning that criminalize such acts. So criminalize baby murder to where people will do it less because it's criminal. When something is criminalized, you don't do it because you don't want to be punished.
Can I touch on that real quick? Is that okay?
Will you be reasonable?
Yeah. Okay. So you said that someone will do it less if it's criminalized.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any statistics on how abortion is performed at what rates in places where it is legal and places where it's illegal?
Not off the top of my head.
Not off the top of my head. I do.
But
because it's performed actually at a higher rate in places where it's illegal. Did you know that?
Okay.
Do you want me to show you? Do you want me to prove that?
You can give me what you got.
Okay.
You can give me what you got. I know in America it was much less than before it was legalized. I know that. People still did it, yes, because people always commit crimes. And sometimes they're punished, sometimes they're not. But when it's criminalized, people don't do it because they don't get punished.
Statistics to show you that it happens at a higher rate.
But one thing I want to point out to you, folks, is where will you go when you die? Heaven or hell?
Nowhere.
And how do you know?
Nowhere.
Why am I going to hell?
Because you're trying to take people's choice away. Also,
choice to murder a baby? No, it's actually legal in Kansas. Babies are being murdered right now in Kansas today.
Well, we're not.
Yeah.
This is Missouri.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty close to Kansas City. It's like just around the corner. So babies are still being murdered. Babies are still being murdered.
Do you have a source for that?
Yeah, there. What's that?
Can you prove it?
Did you go to school for this?
No.
Yeah, how old are you?
Not to get a degree.
It shows.
I see that there's not many intelligent people here. So maybe a few, but yeah, that's very.
Okay, real quick.
Okay, hold on.
Did you go to college?
Yeah, I did. Okay, go ahead. You can ask. No, why does that have to do with anything?
Because you're.
I don't need to be.
Yes, you do.
No. Are you?
No, but I'm studying.
You are? Okay, well, so what's your, I have credentials that I've studied this, and I'm a man, I'm a Christian. I have a duty, hold on, I have a duty to speak up. I have a duty to speak up for those babies that are being murdered that many of you support murdering.
But what credentials do you have? You just said you have credentials.
How old am I? In my 30s.
Okay, real quick.
How old are you? And how many of you support baby murder and deny basic human biology?
Before I show you this,
Yeah.
what is it going to take for you to believe this website? Because I feel like I'm going to go through about 3 or 4 websites, and you're going to go. Oh,
I don't want to spend 10 minutes doing it. Just.
Okay, so if I show you something, if I show you something that proves that it occurs at a higher rate in places where it's illegal or restrictive, are you going to concede that point?
I'd have to look at the
Is that going
source.
to change your
I'd have to
mind?
look at the source.
You'd have to look into the source.
Yeah, because some sources it's a bunch of garbage. Some sources are more reliable.
Okay, what makes a source reliable to you?
Many things, but just give me what you find, okay? I can accept rejected or rejected. You just says you can do that with me as well, and you have.
Okay.
So again, while you're looking at that, again, where will you go when you die, folks? Heaven or hell? Some of you are wondering, why am I here? That's a good question. The reason I'm here is first and foremost to glorify God, and in doing that, to bring the good news, the gospel of Jesus Christ, to this college campus. Because many of you do not know. Many of you do not know where you're going to go, where you're going to spend eternity.
If you want some new shoes? I know you don't have much. I can help you.
Do you know where you're going to spend eternity? If you were to die today, if you were to die today,
do you want some new shoes?
Would you go to heaven or hell? And how do you know? Any of you profess to be Christians?
I don't think they caught that.
Do any of you profess to be Christians?
I don't know. Do any of us what?
Do any of you profess to be Christians? No. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna be respectful, okay?
You are? Okay.
Okay, remember how I was talking about how it occurs in a higher rate in places where it's restricted or illegal?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that if you were to find out that that's true, not saying that you ever will because you're really dumb,
okay.
but if you were
I thought you could be respectful. Okay, so much
I
for
am
that.
respectful. I'm not swearing, remember?
Call someone names, that's respectful.
I'm not swearing.
Okay, here we
I'm
go.
not calling you a name.
You call me dumb. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. All right, here we go.
If you were to find out that that's true, would this change your mind? Because you seem really, really for the criminalization because you said that it would stop people from doing this. So if you were to find out that criminalizing it, restricting it, making it illegal does nothing to the rates of abortion, the only thing that it would do is increase the rate of dangerous abortions, would you maybe change your mind?
I would look at what you have to offer, and I would analyze it.
Okay.
I'm not
You're not going to find this to be true. I already know it. I mean, you live in a van. But if you were to find
respectful, yeah.
If you were to find out that it is true, like let's assume that that's true, would that change your mind?
Change my mind about what specifically?
About not wanting to criminalize abortion.
No.
Nope. All right.
Well, you never gave me a source, sir.
What happened?
You never did give me the source you said you look up.
Because it doesn't matter what sources he gives
you. didn't.
No, I'd have to look into this.
You didn't give me anything.
Do you want me to show it to you again?
I was waiting for you to do it. I was waiting for you to do it.
Do you know what a speakeasy is?
Tell me.
All right. Here's from NPR.
NPR.
Here's what they found.
That's not biased.
So that one's not good?
Tell me what you got.
In countries where abortion is broadly legal, there are between 36 and 47 abortions performed annually per 1,000 women ages 15 to 49. In countries where abortion is prohibited altogether, in these countries there are between 31 and 51 abortions annually per 1,000 women on average.
No.
I got some company up here, okay.
Okay, do you want me to go to another place?
Let me look at that one more time. I'm looking at that again.
Okay, this is...
NPR. National Public Radio.
You want me to email? Do you have email?
I got it on Facebook Live here. I got it on video.
Okay.
Abortion?
What's that?
I heard a rumor that you think we should kill everybody, period. Is that true?
Kill everybody, period?
Yeah.
It just depends.
Sounds like a Marxist worldview.
Yeah, because the rates are basically the same across the two groups of countries. How could that be? In countries where abortion is broadly legal, use of contraception is quite high. Something that you think is sin. That's because these countries,
Yeah.
My mom.
these countries tend to be richer and have stronger healthcare systems. If you have a stronger healthcare system and provide universal access to sexual reproductive healthcare, which abortions are, you would expect a lower unintended unintended pregnancy rate. And so the rate of unintended pregnancies tends to be low, but the percentage of those pregnancies ending in abortion is higher because abortions tend to be accessible. By contrast, in countries where abortions are heavily restricted, use of contraception tends to be low, and thus the rate of unintended pregnancies is high, but the percentage of those pregnancies ending in abortion is low, likely because abortions aren't easily accessible.
Okay,
So in the end,
go back up.
highly restrictive.
Go back up.
Can I finish this last line?
Go ahead, yeah.
On your thing. It's supposed to be .org.
Yeah, it is .org.
There's no
In the end, highly restrictive abortion laws don't correlate with a lower abortion rate.
Okay, now where do I find that on National Public Radio there?
Just search what rate do abortions occur.
Okay.
And just
I may look at that later.
Pew Research Center. Is that one good enough? Here, guarantee you it says the same thing. Let's see.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
So my question is, what do you think of it in terms of rape? Like, let's just say a woman gets raped, but I think that'll work the baby for 9 months.
Can you come a little closer? It's a little hard to hear with
Do you mind if I
Okay.
fix it to .org?
No, I can fix it later.
Your
Okay.
website's wrong.
Yeah.
You'd have to reprint it. That's probably expensive. You have cash
No,
out?
it's a dry erase.
No, I can fix it later. Okay, so in the case of rape, okay.
Yeah, in the case of rape,
Well,
would you let the woman hold the baby for 9 months?
Well, okay. Will you listen and not interrupt if I tell you?
Oh, my bad. I didn't finish my question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I thought you were done.
No,
go
I'm
ahead.
done now.
I thought you were done. Go ahead.
I'm done now.
You're done now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't want to interrupt you, but so what you're asking about in the case of rape, what should be done? Okay. Are you wondering about the rapist or the baby? What are you wondering about?
Myself.
I think she specifically asked about who was raped.
Okay.
Well,
So-
maybe not me, but like the woman.
Okay. So what, are you asking what she should do, or what I believe about that case itself? Like, what I want to be specific about what you're asking.
What do you believe for that case?
Put the rapist to death, so he cannot rape anyone else.
Okay, but that's killing.
But
someone.
that's
I'm answering the question. You gotta listen. And that's not murder. He's guilty.
Craig! Craig! Hey, Craig!
And the mother should love her baby, because Jesus said to deny yourself. And deny yourself, take up your cross daily and follow me. So
I gotta get Craig.
So you deny yourself. And the mother was victimized.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be at work.
You had a guy that victimized her, that brutally raped her, right? And you punish him, put him to death, not the baby. It's you don't. So many people think the solution to rape is, okay, this woman and girl was violated, so let's violate the baby. Let's murder her baby. That's how you're adding violence to violence. That's not what you should do. It's a violent act occurred. Do not add violence to the baby's life. Mother love her child, and Christians come alongside and help her if she needs help.
I understand, but imagine you're a product of a rapist.
I've been around people who are products of rape, and I've ministered with people who were raped and their children were the products of rape. And I wonder if I had those children out here right now, if you all think that that child's throat should be slit.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's
Right?
like,
Why not? Why not just murder them in the womb? Why not murder them outside the womb? They're products of rape, right?
I mean, that's,
No, that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
No, again, but
No,
that's what I'm saying,
no, hold on. The rapist is guilty, not the baby. The baby's innocent. You put the guilty party, the rapist, to death.
But the baby's not.
You're a clump of cells too. A lot of you, it doesn't seem like you can feel anything because you support baby murder.
Sir, there is a difference.
Yeah.
There is a difference.
Go ahead.
Between a clump of cells and a clump of cells with brain waves, a heartbeat, and some form of lung
Some of the students out here don't seem to have much brain activity going on.
Neither do you.
I was gonna say, I think
There we go.
generally everyone here is much smarter.
I mean, it's not really there.
It's coming from a guy that was interrupting me earlier, couldn't shut his mouth, had that bumps coming out of his mouth.
Do you think that intelligence is linked to swearing?
Yeah, actually I do.
That is really
Yeah, not even and there are non-Christians will say the same thing. You want to show me your IQ? Tell me how to.
Statistically incorrect.
But anyway, go ahead.
Oh, it's statistically incorrect.
Anyway.
Statistically, that is invalid. Actually, it's actually more intelligent people are actually shown to swear.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
But
I don't buy it.
Yeah, it's fine though. I know.
How many of you grew up and you were told, yeah, it's intelligent to drop F-bombs and swear at people and not let them finish what they're saying?
Of course, that's.
Oh, who's telling you that?
No, I don't believe in. I don't
Who's
believe
telling you
in
that?
swearing in a public setting where I'm trying to be professional. There's
It's not, yeah, it's not professional, right?
among my friends though.
Yeah.
I'll swear to high hell all the time.
Is this? Do you think it's professional out here in a debate, public
No, I
debate?
don't believe
Do you think it's professional?
This is why I haven't sworn.
What about other students though? Do you think that's professional? professional?
No, I don't think it's professional. I don't
speak for anyone else.
I don't speak for
I'm
anyone
asking
else.
questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank
I'm
you.
not. I'm asking what you think.
No, I don't think it's professional. For example, when I saw the people that were wearing
that's
the,
it. This guy.
they were saying that's not professional because I once stood where you stood, and I believe that you were right only because I saw examples of that. However, now I find that neither sides are correct. I mean, I don't believe in their extreme point of view, the people that were once here and people that were cursing at you, but I also don't believe that your view is correct at all.
Okay.
And I think the truth is always somewhere in between. I think failing to see that is quite valid.
Well, Jesus Christ is the truth. Where do y'all stand before Jesus Christ?
Again, as I said, Jesus.
Well, you believe him. You just said his name.
Again, as I said, Jesus.
I believe in something because I said his name. I believe.
Why not take Muhammad's name in vain?
I believe in aliens now.
Why not take Allah's name in vain?
Again,
I do.
Oh my God, that's perfect.
When?
What?
I haven't. You said Jesus' name. You didn't say Muhammad's name.
I'll say Allah. I will say Jesus. I'll say fucking Jainism. All of them. I think they're all wrong.
Okay. Well, who's right then?
No one.
No one? Are you right about that?
Again, that's what I'm saying. See,
I just asked for one. I didn't want to bounce him.
That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing we
Literally
have.
in our
Yeah.
Quran that says whatever we believe, whatever you believe, and then we also say again, whatever we believe.
Is it moral relativism?
You can go.
No, it's not moral relativism. It's
Okay.
respect towards other people's
respect to other
beliefs.
people.
Okay.
If you want to believe that, you
Like,
believe
for
that.
example, if you
we
believe that
that.
Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior and He's part of the Trinity, all power to you. I will not say that you're wrong. I will not say that you're right.
Yeah.
And as I was saying, which is why you cannot defend this point of view on a religious basis. And it's easier to take a biological approach. I don't believe in moral relativity.
Okay.
To me, that's impure and it allows for great crimes to occur. Moral relativity is criminal. However, I don't believe that you can say with a definite kind of confidence that this is correct on the basis of your religious beliefs.
Okay.
It's not logically sound.
Because as I said, religiously I believe something, and then societally I believe another thing. Like, for example, if my personal beliefs are that abortion is wrong, that's part of being pro-choice. I am allowed to have the choice to believe that abortion is wrong. Others are allowed to have the choice to believe that abortion is right for them. I am not allowed to drink in my religion. I'm not allowed to eat pork. It's not my place to tell him not to drink and drive drunk at the same time. Again, his beliefs are his beliefs, mine are mine. But it's best to find common ground on something that is factually based in biology that we can agree on secularly. And I'm not saying that, like, again, that's the best way to have a cohesive, homogeneous society. It's not because, like, for example, yes, you don't believe that abortion is right in any case whatsoever, that's all right, but it's not all right to enforce that belief among others. You have your right to voice it. You can voice it, but I don't think.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, and more power to you for voicing it, but I don't think it can be enforced.
You don't think what can be enforced?
The idea of an abolitionist view on abortion.
Having a law to no.
Because that goes against liberty, and
Well, it goes against. I mean, it goes for the liberty of the baby.
But it's
involved.
not the
And
argument.
we did used to have laws in this
Again, it
country.
doesn't
That,
make any sense because you're okay with
hold on.
If someone breaks into your home, you're okay with shooting them.
That is much different than abortion,
But
sir.
if a
Much
woman is
different.
raped and she will die if she carries the child, you're not okay with
If she
terminating
dies,
the
that's kind of subjective there.
How is that subjective?
Okay.
She may die. She may not die. How about we not murder the baby?
Again,
We don't. The baby doesn't have to die.
To your house, you may or may not die.
That's much different than abortion. But go ahead. Go ahead.
No, what I'm saying is like.
It's amazing how many people on this campus support baby murder. It's amazing. That's why I need to be here, by the way.
Is that your soundbite?
That's why we need to be here.
I'm really
Okay,
glad
go
you
ahead.
No, as I said,
horrible ideas
for
to
example,
everyone.
I don't support abortion in the second trimester.
Okay.
As I said, I don't support abortion up to 130 days. But, for example, if complications do turn up past that 130-day point, you need to realize that people's values are different, and for some people, their life is far more valuable. And I understand that you're saying there's a lot of selfishness in today's society. I agree, today's society is very selfish, but that does not mean that selfishness is inherently wrong in all cases. We can be selfless and selfish at the same time. God is not selfish, for example, if he wants us to abide by his rules, yet send us to hell. Right? It's not. Huh?
I was asking you about water.
Oh.
Probably been out here a while.
Yeah, I've been here for a while.
Your optimism is admirable. But he's not changing his mind.
I don't expect
you don't know that.
That's okay.
Well, I just asked if you would change your mind if I showed you something
that prove that abortions occur in a higher rate in places where it's more restricted, right? And I'm on number 3 here.
That may not change my mind. Something else might.
Change your life.
I'm saying that maybe I will change my mind. Maybe you'll change your mind.
Right,
I don't know.
that's what I'm saying.
But I'm here to get people the gospel.
That's what I'm saying. Do you understand that? You are not willing to change your mind at all. There's no information.
Actually, I changed my mind. I changed my mind a lot.
From this position.
Yeah.
From this position, you are not willing to change your mind no matter what evidence.
Actually, that's not true. I'll tell you this.
What information will we have to provide?
Okay, now you gotta listen.
Okay.
Don't interrupt.
Ready?
And I have put this challenge before people for years. If someone can prove to me that the preborn are not living human beings, not people like you and me, just younger, smaller, different location, different size of development.
Right.
That's not murder.
Right.
I'll stop doing this.
Okay,
right
got
here.
it. So
I'll stop.
No. How is life defined medically? Ready, go. How is life defined medically?
Already answered that question. Already answered that question.
How would it not matter?
No, it doesn't matter to him. Again, everything is, people have different perspectives.
Oh, okay. So you're saying
already answered that question, by the way.
You're saying that the religious life begins at conception, right?
You don't even have to be
religion, 100% religion.
Actually, basic human biology. You don't have to be religious to say that.
Oh, it is biology? I will school you on this.
At the moment of fertilization.
If it's biology, then I already explained to you how is it fine to kill a skin cell.
Yeah.
It's not okay to kill a single-celled organism that's fertilized.
If you think it's just give up on the biology.
How's that different?
Give up. Say I give up. I give up on biology. Let's go back to religion. You're not smart enough for biology. Okay, religion.
No, I mean,
life begins at conception.
What did we say earlier about being respectful?
How is it not fair? Fuck this guy.
No, you can't.
Yeah, what did we say earlier about being respectful? That goes out the window.